Hey y'all, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast, where we talk about crochet and crochet accessories. Today is Saturday, February 1st, 2020, and I would like to welcome you to day one of my funny Vlogentine 2020. I will attempt to have a new project and some type of interesting information for you about about crochet or Valentine for at least 14 days this month. And we'll just go from there, right? Not sure how funny it's going to be, but it might just be hilarious. So welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome back to my returning subscribers. Thank you all for joining me this evening. As you notice, I do have a new backdrop, and I'm not ironing curtains for anyone. Unless it looks too bad, then I'll try it. But on the first day of Valentine's, I made for me this heart bunting, I believe is what it's called. I'm not sure the technical term for it, but I found this on the Fiber Flux, on a Fiber Flux tutorial. I will link that below. And it is made from yarn, but it is not crocheted or knitted. It is not my pattern to give, but I will give you a little breakdown of it. What I did and what, like I say, I will link the video below, but just to give you a little idea of what's going on with it, you just cut out, excuse me because I dropped it, you cut out some little, I just cut me one, I freehanded, or I can't remember, I may have traced something, I'm not sure, some hearts on some cardboard. I just cut up a box, and then I have this many more that I already have traced that I'm just gonna cut out because I will probably make more than just this, but I did want something for a backdrop tonight. And just cut around there. And then what you do is, I didn't bring any extra yarn in here though. What? But you just start around the back or wherever you want to and hold your yarn right there. Well, it seems like I could find something at least, couldn't I? No. You just wrap your yarn around and around and around, and the smart thing to do would have been cut one of these down. And you just wrap it around and around and around until you get it covered. Not too terribly fluffy, but it will automatically fluff up when you do it in the middle. I hope I don't knock this down. And this is some Isaac Mizrahi holiday yarn that I bought from Dollar Tree. And then I think this is like Perfect Pink maybe. And then this is white metallic Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. And then you just wrap it around and around, and when you get finished, you hot glue the tail end of it on the back side, and then let that dry, of course, or let it cool down a little bit so to make sure it's sturdy. And then I strung some Karen Party, and just strung it around the back of it. I hope I don't knock this down for real. It took a bit to get it there. See where I've glued it there? You may just have to zoom in because I can't. And then take some Karen Party or whatever you have. This is all scrap stuff. And just put it towards the, use tapestry needle and string it across the top of it. Because if you string it across here, it's going to kind of flop a little bit. So you kind of string that across the top of there. And then you just hang it wherever you want to. Ruthie with a pink pumpkin always made me pink pumpkin crochet. Hey Ruthie, if you're watching, come back and see us. Made me always want some bunting. But I could never make all those little tiny pieces and changing out the yarn every round, so this was a good idea. Like I said, Jennifer with Fiber Flux will explain it to you, and it's real easy to do. Didn't take long at all. Only all day to do those 6. No, I'm kidding. So, that is today's project. Like I said, I should have come up with a better background, and these curtains do need ironing because my perfect pink kind of blends in. But like I say, you can either use, I almost used all red, but, you know, mix it up a little bit. And then I almost put the party silver instead of white for roll tide and whatever, but I just didn't. Anyway, so just use it. It's just a scrap project you can make that with. So then, that's a fun, quick thing to make. I will try to come up with something fun and easy and quick making for the next few days. Projects you can make quickly before Valentine's. And, excuse me, won't I adjust myself? I'm not feeling 100% tonight. I'm sorry. I've been pretty sick this week. Like I explained in my video yesterday, I've got a terrible ear infection, and I've got that, you know, that antibiotic glow going for me today, and this bad lighting. So I'll try to get through this without it being too terrible. Just bear with me. I will feel better soon. So then my interesting fact of today, and what I'm trying to come up with, and hoping that you can still see me when I pull this website up, a famous person or historically famous, or whether they're movie stars or somebody in history that shockingly, or that nobody knew, crocheted or loved crochet and crochet accessories. So today, the one I have found out, read about, was George Washington Carver, textile artist. Carver was a pioneer as an agriculturist and botanist by introducing methods of soil conservation for farmers, inventing hundreds of byproducts from peanuts, pecans, sweet potatoes, and soybeans, and practicing zero-waste sustainability. So he tried to use everything possible to the very end of all of those products and plants and soil conservation and everything. But a little known fact about him is that he loved crocheting doilies in his spare time. I will put a link below of some of the images. His crochet samples can be found at Tuskegee Institute National Historic Site. So I will link that below. So that is our famous person today that no one knew crocheted. Alrighty. I hope you saw me that entire time. Maybe. All right, I'm going to center back up here a little bit and see what else we can cover. So, I haven't finished a lot this week. I did work on, finished objects. I really only did some of the Happy Scrappy things for the spa theme. So I know if you've seen pictures or whatever, the strings are hanging, but I got them in last night on T. Donald's website, or the Happy Scrappy Stash Buster Cal. They have a different theme each month, and this January was spa. So I have done, this is out of Premier Home, I think it was called Bubblegum, maybe, Bubblegum Splash. So just a washcloth there. I think that is from Creative Grandma. I will look and try to put that link below. I did that one. And then I did a face scrubby. Yeah, I thought my ends were woven in on some of them at least, but no. Why would I do that? And then this is Peaches and Cream, or that other one, Peaches and Cream, or something in like natural or ecru, I think. So there's that one. And then I still had this much left, so I probably could have done like a little soap sack or something. But what I'm thinking about, I'm trying to come up with spa sets to sell. And I want to do this I'm going to try to have a few ready for Valentine's and then for Mother's Day, maybe Easter. Wedding season's coming up. These would be good projects to make for people to buy for their bridesmaids or maids of honors and stuff. Nice little spa sets. So I've got that much left. And I do have quite a few more balls of it that I got from Dollar Tree a while back. So I'll probably try to make some at least this color for Valentine's. It's, like I said, I think it's called Bubblegum Splash. Well, I'm just going to put that back down on the bag. But then also, this is from that Premier that I did the Scrappy from. So that's the medium indigo. I made a poof. And I may do another round on it, so that's why the ball is still attached. But then, I'm thinking, I just need some input here, please. So, what I did was, I made this little basket. And I will link that below. I just kind of made it out of these colors. Jane Wynn of Scraptastic Yarns podcast had this for a little basket that she just had face scrubbies in. Oh, it looks like a little baby, a bassinet. But Jane, if you watch this and put it below, did you have some wonky stitch counts going on there? I just kind of had to fake it up after I got going with it. So what I'm thinking about doing in these spa kits is, this was all scrappy stuff too, but I'm thinking about putting like, okay, so here's a bath poof. Whatever will fit in this basket, like a bath poof. I don't even know what color this is. This was on like a big cone, and I still don't know what color it is. I have a whole nother new cone, but of course it's not with the old used cone. And then I did like 3 face scrubbies in, there's that ecru and that unknown color. And then I think this is called Rosemary. I had it left from some dish towels I made for somebody a while back. But then I was thinking about putting that in a 3 scrubbies in a poof, and then a hair scrunchie, because you know if you're in the tub you want to pull your hair back and everything. All of that in a little basket. But then, excuse me, I don't know what that was. Of course, I'll wrap that in a ribbon or something, but I want to put either a soap sack or like a organza bag of bath salts or something in there. So, and I want to put enough in it to sell it for like $20 or even $25, even if I have to add like an eye mask and something else. So y'all tell me if that's worth that and what else you might add. I also want to do some, I think Jane did this as well. She had a little basket like this, and I think she had 10 or 12 just face scrubbies in there, or makeup removers maybe. So that too, you know, of course that probably wouldn't go for $20, but maybe, I don't know. I've never sold anything, so y'all let me know. I don't really care to go with the 3 times the yarn price, because I have no idea of how to judge how much that cost me to make. It really didn't take any time. I could probably do a spa set a day. Or because like I would probably bust out a bunch of these, you know, and then hair scrunchies. None of it takes a lot of time. The poof and taking this basket down and putting it back together with a proper stitch count probably took longer than the rest of it. So anyway, y'all give me a little input there. So that's really all that I've completed this week. Other things, let's see, this could probably go in a different section now in my Heaven's Peacemaker beautiful long-haired llama bag. My long-haired Cindy llama bags. Thank you, Beth. Beautiful. Heaven's Peacemaker. Beautiful bags from her too. If I could just find somewhere to hang it. Because I've already knocked stuff off. Okay, well, it's going right there. So next, what do we have? That's really all I finished this week. That's kind of crazy. I've been really sick though, I'm sorry. Until about, when did I go to the doctor? Thursday? Wednesday? Thursday? And I still haven't slept, really. I've slept about 3 hours a night because the medicine or the cough one gets me up every night. And today's the first day I've even drank coffee. So, yeah. I had been working on Solaire, the plushie for my nephew, for his video that is in his video game that he plays. But I only got the legs done more. I didn't really want to work on it while I was sick because I didn't want to wonk it up or anything. And then, don't look, Madonna. But it was too late. She'd done been mooned. I am doing a test knit for Karen at KB Fibers. For her next preemie baby blanket book. Preemie baby. Preemie blanket book. And how does it all get twisted like this? So this is the first time I have picked up needles since before Renee was born. The last thing I knitted was her blankie that is still in use today. So I felt like, being the mechanical and the technical person I am, I could just follow instructions. And, you know, since I don't know what knit actually is supposed to look like you do crochet, you know, it kind of shows up as you're working with it. But knit, to me, is just a little more, see, you can see the pattern more in the camera. Just like, now, this is my looseness at the bottom. This is my tension because I haven't knitted in 30 years. But, so this is one of her preemie blankets that will be in her new knitted preemie blanket book. So I had to go find some needles, and I like these bamboo, Knitter's Pride bamboo. I couldn't find any straight needles or metal, but I felt like, and Granny D suggested that I use the bamboo to kind of hold to keep me from dropping stitches or whatever. But I think like I say, I don't know what that is either. Oh, sorry, Karen. I hope I'm not embarrassing you too bad. But I think I did pretty good for it to be 30 years since I even did it. And like I say, you can see the pattern, but it's not even, this lighting has it all wonky and everything. But I will try to get information on when that book will be released. I do already have her crochet, preemie crochet book. A little chilly out here. But she will soon be releasing, as soon as she gets all her tests back, I guess. She'll be publishing her knit preemie blanket book. So stay tuned for more information. And then another thing I had been working on a while back, because this baby was born in August, and I started it, but then I put it down for a long time. But I've picked it back up today for a friend of mine that had a baby. The other one I talked about, named Miracle, or Mira Lisa, because she was a miracle. And I think the last time I worked on it, I've done like from the middle of, it's just a corner-to-corner baby blanket. I've done like from the middle of the green to the middle of this green to there. These are parfait layers, I do believe. Premier. So I've done those today. It kind of looks like watermelon colors, although she likes froggies. So I tried to make it froggy colors, but it's more watermelony. But she's going to love it either way. So working on that. And I think I'm going to finish out this cake of it, and then get another cake, and then reduce from there. So that's another works in progress. So, what's next? I want to, as I promised, today we'll start our Yip, yip, make along. Yay! I hate people that slurp. I hate that slurping noise. I don't hate people. I hate slurping noises. So why don't I just do it? But first, what I want to go over with you is my darn good yarn. And as you can tell, I've already trashed the box because, of course, like I said, I did the test knit for Karen at KB Fibers. Thank you, Karen, for allowing me that honor. And I saw that there were knitting needles and a crochet hook in the darn good yarn, or in my darn good yarn this month. So I busted it open thinking that I could use this, but these are actually a size 6 millimeter instead of a size 6. So what I needed to test the pattern was a size 6, which is a 4 millimeter, I believe. So anyway, this month's darn good yarn, I've gone backwards to frontwards. Your extra is a set of crochet hook and a pair of knitting needles. And they are aluminum, I'm assuming. Knitting needles US 10 6 millimeter, and the crochet is a US J 10 6 millimeter. So they're both a 6 millimeter. Purpley. And they came in this other nice box like this, but like I say, I ripped it open because I was like, oh, I need that. But then it wasn't what I needed. So, this yarn is really pretty. And this one came in a blue box. I haven't seen anyone with this yarn yet. And I don't know if I'm ahead of people or whatever. But the yarn of the month this month is, or for my month is, this beautiful purple. You'll hear G over there snoring almost. And it is Darn Good Twist Sport Weight Silk Yarn. The color is Lilac Springs. And I don't know, well, it says Sport Weight. But it says on the back that it's a number 2, 150 yards. Suggest using knitting needles US 3 to 5 or a crochet hook US 3.5 to 4.5 millimeters, which is it says a E hook. But until I start working it up, I really don't know. I think it's maybe a little thicker than a number 2, but it may squish down. But it is really pretty. Lilac Springs. And let's see what the patterns are this month. My poncho keeps sliding. Okay. Meet the artisans. We want you to feel all the goodness that our artisans have put into each and every skein. This yarn is made from recycled silk and is hand-dyed by our talented artisans in India. These women and men take their time handcrafting each skein, bringing a little piece of India to you. This yarn is recycled as it is made from silk byproduct. Byproduct is an often forgotten material that is created while reeling silk cocoons. The reeling process yields about 10 to 15% waste. Luckily, we are able to take that waste material and create this unique yarn for you. After the yarn is produced, it is hand dyed, creating these one-of-a-kind skeins. So yeah, it says it is number 2 sport, hand wash cold, and the extra, let's see, Darn Good twist sport weight silk in lilac springs, 150 yards, 50 grams. They also have a website where the stitch was designed with you in mind. Log into your club member dashboard for a direct link to the stitch where you'll find monthly knit-alongs, crochet-alongs, patterns, instructional videos, and much more. Okay. So the knit pattern is a lilac scrunchie. I think there's more material here than would do that. Lilac scrunchie. I think I just heard a coyote. I know I had been hearing my owls. Okay, so let's see what the crochet pattern is. Ah, a lilac scrunchie. Like I said, I think there's more than enough here to do a scrunchie, but I just wish I could put mine together like Z does and make pretty things. But I guess I just have to do it, right? So I did grandfather in at the $10 a month yarn club, which is, I think it's $13.99 total, I think, shipped to me here. So that is the Darn Good Yarn. Keep getting fluffy in my face, and I don't know where it's coming from. It's funny. There's the pretty yarn, lilac springs, and some beautiful purple. Okay then. Purple. I'm gonna drop everything again. Crochet hook and knitting needles. And I tried these, and then I realized I tried these, Karen. And it held the stitch. Well, I was just doing a test for myself test, a pre-test test. And then I realized that these were 6mm instead of size 6. So that is when I trucked it off to the store and bought me some more. So now, are y'all ready for a Yip Yip make along? Yay! What I have done is gotten everything together here, and I will link everything you need. I will link the pattern link below, and it is, I did get the blessing of Carissa Browning that did give me permission to do a make along. I'm not going to try to reproduce any tutorials or anything like that, but she said it was okay to do a make along. So these Yip Yips are by Carissa Browning, CarissaKnits.com. Excuse me. CarissaKnits.com. Yes, coffee it. Oh, it's only 7 o'clock, isn't it? So anybody, what does it say? Any fan of late 20th century children's public television will recognize these lovable aliens. Crochet or knit them. Use them as holiday stockings, toy storage, kids' laundry, whatever really. Yip, 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 And what's even funnier is going to the Comic Con, Yip Yip at Comic Con, and seeing all these grown adults dressed as Yip Yips. I'll try to find a link to that so y'all can see that, because it's just so cute. Because anybody that knows the Yip Yips and loves, anybody that knows them loves them pretty much. But these adults are going through Comic Con and they're going, yip, yip, and they're all dressed like Yip Yips, right? And then somebody's phone will ring and they'll go, brrring, brrring. And if you've seen them, you know what I'm talking about. Or they'll go, nope, 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 nope. So there's the Yip Yips. It is a free pattern. I think I'll have to find out where I got it from. Anyway, I will leave a link below. Is there something hanging off of my... It looks like something's hanging off of my thing, but it's actually not. It's just a shadow. Okay, so anyway. These can be knitted or crocheted. And circumference, finished measurements, circumference is 25 inches. Height is 14 inches, excluding tentacles and hanging loop. The pattern suggests using Bernat blanket or baby blanket or blanket brights, but I am going to double worsted weight for mine. I'm going to start out with just your standard red and blue Yip Yips for myself. And I'm going to hold two together, and that way they'll still be as big, maybe a little bit bigger than the blanket yarn calls for. The blanket yarn calls for an L 8mm crochet hook, which will also be used for attaching tentacles in both crochet and knit versions. The knitting needles suggested is a US 10.5, which is a 6.5 circular needle, 24 inches long. You'll also need a stitch marker. Where's all my stuff? A stitch marker, don't have here. Tapestry needles. Ping pong balls. I got my first set at, I think I had to find them at Walmart or something because I couldn't find them at the Dollar Tree. But then, of course, after I paid a lot for them, I found some at the Dollar Tree. Now, I have walked by these at night, and I think they glow in the dark. So I don't know if I'd get glow in the dark ones if you're actually going to put it in a room with a little kid, because it might scare them. I don't know. Depends on if your kids get spooky or not. So you're going to need 2 ping pong balls. I have enough now to do, there's 6 and there's 6 here. I have enough to do 6 Yip Yips, and I probably will. I'm going to do a red and a blue one that I know of, and then I'll probably do a green one because that's my favorite color. And then I'm thinking about doing a pink and blue one for a set of twins of Renee's friends. And then, because I think they'll be good for, like it said, toy storage or nursery, just something to throw stuff in. And then you'll need a black paint pen or permanent marker. That's to draw the eyeballs on your ping pong ball for its eyeballs. You will need 2 pipe cleaners, 12 inches long. These are 12 inches long in assorted colors, so I'm assuming you will use whatever color will match your Yip Yip. And you will need an awl or an ice pick. This is my ice pick that stays on a... Am I the only one that does that? That's the only way I don't stab myself with it. I think it has dust on it. Sorry. Anyway, so ice pick, and that will be to for poking holes in the ping pong balls to run the these through. And then you will need black flannel fabric, 16 inches by 24 inches. I think I have decided to use cloth though instead of flannel or felt, because you know everything sticks to felt and everything. So, and sometimes flannel, unless you use that that baby flannel that people use like for the inside of ears and the ends of feet and whatever on amigurumis or whatever. But anyway, I think I've chosen to use black material so that it's a little bit more slick or whatever on the inside instead of grabbing things. Of course, you'll need scissors, skizzers, a sewing needle, and black thread. So I'm not really going to set any hard deadlines on this or whatever. But I thought, you know, if we got, excuse me, this will be, I think I may have more copies of this. If you can't, I will have to look. But this is what they'll look like when they're finished. And they're just so cute. So I think holding the double worsted weight together is going to make it about the same size. And this opening will be good, like I said, to throw toys in or dirty clothes, or like if you use cloth diapers, maybe put that down there. Maybe put it in there for bath things, and you could just grab it and take it in the bath or whatever. I'm not going to know until I really get working on it and see what size it's going to be and what kind of function it has. But they're just going to be so cute. I mean, it has good instructions here. Carissa always has great instructions. She is the one that did, that wrote the Wonder Woman wrap shawl, and I was almost a beginner. I'm still really a babe in the woods. I consider myself a babe in the woods when it comes to crochet, because I'm only a couple of weeks away from, I haven't only been crocheting for like 2 years. But Carissa makes some pretty clear patterns. Those are just going to be so cute hanging. Oh, I'm going to love them. And everybody that I've taught, everybody that has mentioned it, that says they want to make a YIP YIP, is actually in love with the idea of making them too. So, I think let's work on it. It gives you how to cut your fabric in order to, you know, make it fit and everything, and tells you how to sew it and everything. Either by hand sewing or with a machine, sew across the top. See, she gives you very clear step-by-step instructions. So, I'm thinking that maybe, let's see where we can get on it by next Saturday. And if I get enough people that want to do a Zoom meeting at a certain point, if people get stuck with it, or if you just want to have a Zoom and like just talk about it and kind of work on it while we're doing it, don't start yet on the, why don't we at least just do like the knit and crochet part, if you're going to knit it or if you're going to crochet it, up through, and when you see the pattern, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's not start on the tentacles yet. Why don't we just go up to is that the knit body? Okay, hang on. I thought I knew what I was doing before I got here. Okay, so crochet body. You'll go through another reason I don't want to use the blanket yarn is because I have a problem with it weaving in ends. I think Mama actually sews it together somehow to tie it down to keep it from coming loose, because I have the worst luck with it coming out. So, although these wouldn't be used like a blanket or anything, they'd just be hanging and whatever. So let's go through on the crochet part. Let's go through round 32, which is on page 3. Right here where it says round 32, cut yarn and tie off using tapestry needle, thread tail in and out of final stitches, and cinch closed. So, I'm not sure if it goes from the top up or the bottom up. The body begins at the bottom center and is worked in continuous rounds to the base of the mouth opening. The sides of the mouth are worked back and forth in rows. The top of the head is finished in continuous rounds again. Then tentacles, eyes, and antenna are attached afterwards, followed by the lining. So let's go through the body part between now and next Saturday. And if you're not through by then, that's okay too. And then we will talk through, now that's for the crochet part. On the knit body, it says, y'all have a lot more work to do than we do. 74 rounds for knit. And then it says, cut yarn, leaving a 6-inch tail using tapestry needle, thread tail through final stitches. So on the knit body, if you're going to knit it, let's just go through round 74. And that'll be the body. That'll not be any of the tentacles or anything. Unless you just want to jump ahead and get it done, then go right ahead. But that'll be a good part to do. We'll try to do by next Saturday. And then if we want to get on a Zoom meeting or whatever, I have a number. I don't know what it is. if everybody wants to get us on a Zoom meeting at some point and talk about it, leave me a message below when it might be convenient for you. I can pretty much do day or night right now. And whatever anybody wants to talk about, we'll be glad to do that. And then we can work through the tentacles at another time. And then we can work through the eyes and antenna. Again, she gives great instruction and pictures showing you exactly how to do that. So I think we can get through this, and it's going to be so fun. I may actually work on 2 at the same time. We'll see. I don't know. Like I say, I'm going to use worsted, so it shouldn't be too bad. So here we go. I will do a, let's see, I will join the Facebook group for Cindy Hart's Crochet podcast. Link will be below for that as well. And put your progress on there. I'll try to put some kind of, I don't know how to do an album or anything like that, but I'll do a post talking about the Yip Yip Make-Along. And we can start posting pictures and questions or concerns or whatever there. And we'll just talk through them, and people that know more than some of us can help others, and those of us that need to learn will certainly ask questions. It seems straightforward though, and I think it's going to be so cute. And then I will probably do some sort of something along the way for everybody that makes them. If you do not have Facebook, or if you don't have Instagram, I'm going to try to see if we can find a hashtag of some sort for it. If there's not a hashtag available, then either just post on Instagram and do hashtag Cindy Hart's Crochet, and then we can see it all there. I think it works on Facebook too, right? If you don't have Facebook or Instagram, I don't know how to create a thing in Ravelry, but I know everybody doesn't do that anymore. If you want to email your pictures or questions or concerns to me at cindyhartscrochet at gmail.com. Then if you send me pictures, just tell me it's okay to post them to Facebook and or Instagram, and with your name, if it's okay to do that, or if you don't want your name mentioned, then just let me know that, whatever. You know, we don't want to do anything you don't want to do. So let's get her done. Get her done. Yip, yip, make along. Yep, 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 yep. Nope, 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 nope. And I still want to find that, I want to find a video of the Comic-Cons doing that. So that's going to be it for me today. Day 1 of my funny Vlogentine, or my vloggy Valentine, or whatever I end up calling it. And my Valentine is laying right there, stuffing his little nose in the blankie, snoring and pooting. Oh, I love him. But I'll be back tomorrow with something Valentine-y or hearty or something, you know how I do. And we'll see what we can do with the Yip Yips. If you get any questions or anything that you want to ask someone, I'm trying to read through it, and everything seems pretty clear to me. So if there's something that I can answer for you, I'll be glad to help. Or if I don't, I will throw up a flag and say, hey, can somebody answer some questions? Now, I would not be the one to ask about knitting stuff. I would probably not be the one to ask about much of anything, other than where are we going for dinner? Where are we about to eat at? Where are we about to eat at? Yep, 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 yep. Alrighty. Y'all have a great, whatever day it is. So what did I say? February 1st, 2020. And weekend. And I will see you again tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye. Stop.